Hello, Jessica Durebricks here, back for another review, and today I'm reviewing set number 79119. It is the Mutation Chamber Unleashed, which is another one of the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sets. Now, this does have 3 minifigures if you count Spider-Bites as a minifigure, 196 pieces, and it retails for $25 in the United States. These are just starting to show up in stores. I got mine from the LEGO store, but you could probably find them at Toys R Us by now. So now let's take a look at the packaging. Okay, so here is a box for this set, and it's actually a really cool box for one reason, and that's because it's my favorite $20 box size, which is kind of the thick ones, which compared to like the ones from last year's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles $20 and $25 sets, this one is much thicker. It's like double the size, and this is basically the same size that you'd find in the Marvel $20 sets, which are great. Now keep in mind, this is still a $25 set, and you can see the front right there, and the back, which looks really cool because they detail all the stuff. And the top shows Victor, but I learned that Victor is a trademarked name, so that's kind of weird. And there is this instruction booklet, which is surprisingly kind of thick, and it has lots of details and stuff like that. And there's that minifigure checklist that we saw in the Shredder's Lair set, and the advertisement for the other sets on the back right here. So that is it for the instruction booklet, and now on to the minifigures. Okay, so the first minifigure is Raphael, and you can see this version of Raphael is actually exclusive to the set. This version has this little mouthpiece over printed on his head, and then his torso and his legs have some really exclusive and really cool printing. You can see it right there. It's not really specific to Raphael as a minifigure because it does have like any turtle stuff, and the only thing that really is kind of like Raphael is that there's some like 2 or 3 little red markings on it. But other than that, it's really just kind of a standalone torso and legs, which you could use for other stuff. So that's really cool. And then you can see his back little turtle shell right there, and the back of his headpiece, basically what you'd expect for a Raphael minifigure. And then if you take off his turtle shell, you can see some really cool printing on his torso. And just take this off right here. And right there is the printing, and you can see that's really, really cool. So overall, just a really nice torso printing and leg printing. Okay, so here is Vic or Victor, because online it says it's Vic, but on the box it says it's Victor, so I don't know which one's which. And you can see his shirt right there is what we call in South Florida a wife beater shirt. But for the rest of the world, it's called a tank top, because that's actually a really bad name. But you can see the detail on his shirt is actually really cool, and this could be used not only for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themes and stuff like that, so that's really cool. And then his face is kind of funny. He looks really kind of estranged, with his mouth open and everything like that. And on the back right here, you can see his printing on the back. And he is exclusive to this set. And this isn't even the coolest part about this minifigure, or it might be, but look, right here, he also comes with this little cell phone, which is a really cool print. This isn't a sticker or anything like that. And you can see the printing on there. It shows a little minifigure head and torso, and it has all these little numbers. So it's a really well-detailed little printed tile. And you can see here's the back. Obviously, it's just a tile piece, so there's nothing on the back. But that's actually a really cool little throw-in to the set. And I love that it's printed and it's not a sticker or anything. And this will find use outside of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. So that's it for this minifigure, and now on to the next. And the last minifigure, or I guess you could just say figure, is Spider-Bites. And this figure is actually really detailed, and it's brick built, so there's lots of little pieces that you can take off. First off, the arms are 2 separate pieces, so there's one right here, which you just kind of take off like this, and you can see how it fits on like that. Then you take this one off right here, and they have some really cool printing on there too with some little stripes. So that's nice, and you could just kind of put it on there. And then you can see the front right here, which kind of has some really cool detail with the eyes and everything. And there's some rigid teeth, so that's like a whole kind of raised mold onto the regular mold all over. So that's really cool. That's some very nice detail. On the back, you can see there's some printing right there, which looks really cool. And then he has these little, I guess you could say spikes or something on the back. And there's 4 of those. And you can move them up and down. And those are composed of a few other pieces. But before I show that, take it off, I just wanted to compare the size of a minifigure. In this case, Vic. So you can see Vic right here compared to Spider-Bites. He's kind of the same size as, I guess you could say, the body. But the attachments make Spider-Bites much taller. So that's really interesting. And for the attachments, if you take them off, you can see there's this piece right here, which is used a lot for the spiders for Chima, I believe. And there's this piece right here, which you can take off, which is found in a lot of sets, especially this year. So that's how you make the top of Spider Bites. And if you want to see the bottom is just kind of these two little legs right here with these space so you can put on bricks and stuff like that. So that's really it for this minifigure. Really detailed, and I really do like it. Okay, so here is the set just all together. It's this one Mutation Chamber, and you can see the front. There's lots of little stickers here and there, but we'll get a better look at that on the close-up. And here is the side right here. And then the back, which kind of like dwells into the inside. And you can actually turn this part right here, which is actually the main play feature of the set, which we'll also look at later. But essentially, you put a minifigure in here, and then you put the mutated, I guess you could say, result right there, and then you turn it, and it makes it look like it's a mutation from the other side. Then here's the other side right here, and this one has a ladder. The other, like the adjacent side, doesn't. I don't know why. And right here again. So now let's take a close-up of the whole set. Okay, so here is a closer look at the front. You can see there's actually some really cool pieces in this or I guess you could say trans green color. And these little columns in this color are actually exclusive to the set, which is really cool. And there's these little stickers right here, which kind of make it look like there's some mutagen in there. And there's kind of similar stickers on the sides right here on these panels. So that's really cool. I do really like that detail of the set. And you could open it up like this. You just have to pull on these little handles and pull on that handle right there. That's kind of how you get into the mutation chamber one way. But the other way is actually on the top, which we'll get to later. And they throw these little mutagen, I guess you could say capsules, which are the same ones found in the Karai Bike Escape set. And you can see there's actually two of them right there. And they don't really tell you where to put it, so I just kind of put it on the side. And on this side right here, there's a little part with a sticker, and it basically shows a minifigure turning into spider bites, which is quite interesting. And on the side right here, there's just, I guess you could say, some DNA, like little data right on the side on basically the same piece. So those are just some little sticker details, and those are all stickers. And on the side right here, you can see they use another one of these panels in this color, which is really cool to get. And here's the back again, and the side. So if you go to the top, though, there's some little details, like there's this little spider right here, which kind of adds to, I guess you could say, that's how spider bites came along. And there's this little sticker right here, which kind of shows that you have to twist it one way. And then there's these little rays of lightning right here. So that's kind of interesting. And this is a main play feature. Basically, you twist this while we put Vic in this part right here, which just kind of slide him in like that on the top. So you just put him right, crud, this part fell off. So you just kind of put him right here, inside here. So you see that part? And you put him right there. You slide him down there. Then you put spider bites on the front right here, and it makes it look like they mutate into the other. So you just kind of put spider bites right here. Let me see. Oh gosh, spider bites took that little plate. And let's see, spider bites goes right there. And he fits on there quite well. He's not crammed in there or anything like that. And so you make it look like Vic just went in. So you turn this part right here. And so he jumps in there. And then you turn it, and then bam, Vic mutates into spider bites. And then spider bites gets on the leash, and he just starts like escaping and stuff like that. And you can pull him off. So that's really fun, actually. And there's actually one little detail right here. If you want to get the minifigure out, you don't have to like turn it over. All you have to do is pull this part right here, which says exit. And there you go. Vic can run out. So that's really it for the set. One last look. You got the front right there. Side, back, then the side right there, then the top. So it is a really cool set for just a little play feature alone, but I'm not sure about the actual look of the set. So without further ado, let's go on to the final verdict, and that's the bottom. Overall, I got mixed opinions on the set. While I do love the three minifigures, especially Victor. I think Victor is probably one of my favorite minifigures of this wave of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show sets, because he looks so funny. I love his little like head print, and his shirt is really useful. I guess you could say it's a tank top or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. In South Florida, we call it an awful name, which is the wife beater shirt, which is, kids don't call it that. It's an awful name. But he's a really cool figure for just his face printing and torso printing alone. And then his little cell phone piece is really cool because it's printed and it could be used for basically anything you want. So that figure is probably my favorite out of these three. And then Raphael, I really like this version because he has some like high-tech gear for his torso and his legs, which could be used for any of the other turtles because they're not really specific to Raphael. And you can probably use them for like figures that aren't even turtles. So I really do like that. And the Spider-Bites figure, which I guess you could say it's a minifigure. I don't know. I'd count it as a minifigure, but it's still not really like a traditional minifigure. He is actually really cool too because he's super detailed. He has some nice attachments on his back, and he's just a really kind of well-molded minifigure. Now, if you're going for a $25 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, between this and Shredder's Dragon Bike, I would say this because the three minifigures are really cool in this one. In Shredder's Dragon Bike, you got Shredder, which is a really cool minifigure, but the other two are kind of iffy because I think was it Donatello in that set, and Donatello's kind of easy to come by, but the Foot Soldier was in there. The Foot Soldiers are so common to get. So when it comes between those two $25 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets, I say this one's better. But the build of this one is a little bit disappointing. I mean, they could have expanded on this and added more detail because there's like gaps on the sides which make it look a little bit weird. And the back, it's all open, which I guess it's for playing, which is okay. But for a $25 set, they could have at least added a little bit more detail. But nope. I mean, I really wish this was a $20 set. And I don't know. I don't even really like the look of the Mutation Chamber overall. I do, however, like some of the pieces in there, which you get some nice translucent green pieces, and you do have that really cool play feature on it. So I do rate the set a B. I think if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set fan, yeah, of course you're going to have to get this. But even if you're not into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this set has a lot of pieces that you'll probably like to add to your collection and stuff like that, especially with the Victor minifigure, who really doesn't have to be specific to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's really how I feel about this set. And that's really it for this review, and I will see you guys later. Bye.